With the rising tensions in the Middle East, we are learning about a way fraudsters are looking to take advantage of the uncertainty.
Yeah, the United States Army says people across the country receiving fake text messages saying they've been selected for a military draft. Investigative reporter Patrick Nelson in studio tonight to kind of clear up the air here, Patrick.
You know, there is a lot of confusion, and that's what these fraudsters are trying to capitalize on. The U.S. Army says it's not contacting anyone regarding a military draft, and if you are receiving text messages like this or any other form of communication about it, it's not coming from them. But consumer protection experts say it's part of a scheme to confuse people, to steal information, and even money. We have not had a military draft in the United States since during the Vietnam War, although the law requiring men between 18 and 25 to register with the Selective Service remains on the books. Retired Air Force Colonel Jeff Kubiak says turning to a draft isn't likely.
I don't see a draft as being practicable in just about any scenario.
But this week, as fears of a long-term conflict with Iran escalated, people across the country began receiving text messages about being selected for a military draft. The United States Army says these text messages are fake, and the Selective Service System, the agency that would facilitate a draft, says fraudulent websites are trying to pressure people to give up personal information and even pay for registration. Consumer protection experts like Ada Rodriguez say it's all a scheme to confuse people.
That's what scammers and fraudsters do. They look for opportunities where you may already have a vulnerable population or heightened tension, heightened anxiety. I think current events have a lot of Americans a little bit nervous.
The U.S. Army is not contacting anyone regarding a military draft, and if you are receiving text messages or any other form of communication about it, it's not coming from them. And the Army still isn't sure just who is sending the messages or how they're even doing it, but Army security personnel are looking into the origin of the messages. Always watching out for you. Patrick Nelson, News 5.